One of the measurements I like to show in my videos is the line height, and in the near future I'll be reviewing this Bible, so I thought I would take this occasion to show you how I do that measurement. And the first thing that you need to do if you want to do this is to find a column of text that doesn't have a break in it like this, because you want all the lines in the column to be the same distance apart. You also want to try to get as tall of a column as possible, because that's going to decrease your error. So you want a column kind of like this one here in Genesis 37. And the first step is to measure the number of lines in the column. Now I've already done that here, but if you're an older person like me, it's always good to measure it twice, to count it twice, and to write it down after you count it the first time. So I've counted this, and it's 53 lines. Now the next thing to do is to measure the height of that column. So I take my ruler and I measure it in millimeters, because these millimeter lines are fairly finely spaced. I think I can get a more accurate measurement that way. So I measure from the bottom of the top line to the bottom of the bottom line down here. And in the case of this book, I get 174.5-ish millimeters. So that's the height that I'm going to use in the calculation. So there are 53 lines in a column, and there are 174.5 millimeters in 52 lines. So the line height is equal to 174.5 millimeters divided by 52, which we'll do the calculation now. I have an older reverse Polish calculator, and that gives me about 3.36. So that's how high in millimeters the each line is, approximately. So we need to turn that now into points if we want to be able to compare it directly to the points that are used to measure character size. So the way you do that is you know that there are 25.4 millimeters in an inch, and you know that there are 72 points per inch. So what I need to do is I need to convert this millimeters into inches, and then inches into points. So the way to do that is 3.36 millimeters times 1 inch per 25.4 millimeters, and that'll give me inches. And then from inches I'll go to 72 points per inch. So the inches will cancel, the millimeters will cancel, and I will have my answer in points. So when I do that calculation, take this value that I already have here, I'll divide that by 25.4 and multiply it by 72, and the answer is 9.5. So what I have in this Bible is 9.5 points per line. And so that's the way I do this calculation. Hope you found this useful, and thank you for watching.